estate transactions in Florida normally utilize the Florida Realtors as-is contract. This is a form-based contract approved by the Florida Bar Association for use by realtors in residential real estate transactions throughout Florida. It serves as a comprehensive agreement between the buyer and seller regarding the sale of property in its existing condition. The term "as is" indicates that the property is being sold in its current condition, with all existing defects and issues. The seller is generally not obligated to make repairs or alterations unless otherwise negotiated and stipulated in the contract. Is it mandatory to use the Florida as-is contract? While the use of the Florida Realtors as-is contract is common, it is not required. Buyers and sellers involved in a real estate transaction have the ability to use alternative contract forms or draft their own. Several regional contract forms approved by local realtor associations exist, as well as at least one other version of the Florida contract. But the as-is contract is the most commonly used form due to its comprehensiveness and acceptance within the industry. Can buyers still conduct inspections with an as-is contract? Yes. There's a section in the as-is contract that provides for an inspection period, and the length of that period is determined by the buyer and seller. It is recommended that buyers conduct inspections to identify potential issues with the property and make informed decisions before finalizing the sale. What types of inspections do buyers often choose? Buyers often consider a range of inspections, including those for structural integrity, pests, termites, mold, and other environmental concerns. The specific inspections a buyer chooses depends on the property type, the age of the property, its location, and the risk tolerance of the buyer. May buyers terminate the contract after discovering issues or for other reasons? Buyers have the right to terminate the contract during the inspection period if they discover issues that are beyond their ability or willingness to address. Buyers do not have to explain why they are canceling the contract as long as they do so in writing during the inspection period. Buyers also often use their inspection period to try to negotiate repairs, credits, or price reductions with the seller using property-related issues as the rationale for doing so. After the inspection period expires, can buyers still cancel the contract for any reason? Upon expiration of the inspection period, buyers can normally only cancel the contract if other contingencies that are provided in the contract or an addendum are not met. For example, if a buyer has a financing contingency, they can cancel the contract if their lender issues a denial letter for a legitimate reason during the financing contingency period. Other types of contingencies could include an appraisal contingency, a cloud on title that is unresolvable by the seller, or a backup offer contingency. Contingencies vary with each deal, so sellers should pay close attention to which options are included in the contract. Are sellers required to make repairs? Sellers are not obligated to make repairs unless explicitly agreed upon in the contract. Requests for repairs or credits are usually initiated by the buyer during the inspection period, but the seller retains the right to accept, reject, or counter such proposals. The seller should keep in mind that if they reject such proposals or are not seen as being reasonable by the buyer during these negotiations, the buyer can always cancel the contract during the course of the inspection period. Are sellers required to disclose defects in their property to their buyer? Sellers are required under Florida law to disclose known material defects or issues that may impact the value or desirability of the property. These disclosures should be made in good faith, and it's recommended to put them in writing to the buyer's agent or to the buyer directly so there is no question as to whether the issues were properly disclosed. Common defects that sellers may know about and should communicate to buyers are roof leaks, malfunctioning equipment such as air conditioning or water heaters, plumbing issues, problems with pool equipment, electrical issues, and other matters such as these. If you have questions about the Florida as-is contract, the closing process, or wish to learn more about obtaining legal representation, please feel free to reach out to our firm. We're happy to assist.